to the core program that we hold every year. This past spring, he hosted us, we provided our meals for 2 days, and these meals were unbelievable. So we really appreciate Mr. Hubble. He's going to share a little bit about his asthma experience.
Good afternoon. Thank you for that kind intro. I was asked to speak for 3 minutes. Now, I'm a hospital president, CEO, and that's really going to be difficult, but I promise you, Rose, I will try to do that. Rose, thank you for the invitation to address this group today. My objective is to do 2 things. To one, have you understand how important your work is in the treatment of lung disease, and second, to tell you a personal thank you. And I have to say that I'm a little nervous. Usually when I stand in front of people, I'm giving an address about vision or leadership or something like that in my professional realm. This one's a little more personal. I'm not a stranger to lung disease. 4 years ago, I literally had my fingers on my father's radial pulse when he took his last breath and died of idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. I watched my father-in-law die about a year ago from COPD. I firmly believe that sometimes an issue like lung disease can make a very strong person very weak. And I watched that in 2 of the strongest people in my life. I also believe that lung disease and its treatment and your work can make a very weak person strong. That, I hope, is my case. When I was, I've been a CEO for 32 years. As a matter of fact, yesterday was my 19th anniversary with IU Health, and very proud of the leadership that I've been blessed to be participating in. I've had a lot of people recently ask me, why did you go into hospital work? Why did you do that? And it all goes back to 6 weeks when I was 12 years old. So I'm an asthmatic. And I've been an asthmatic since the day I was born. The first time we really knew that I had asthma was when I was about 2 years old in the high chair in the farmhouse. My mother handed me a spatula that she had been making peanut butter cookies with, and I had my first anaphylactic reaction at the age of 2. A farm is not a good place for a young man with asthma to grow up. There are all kinds of nasty things that create issues, and I have allergy-induced asthma. And that combination on a farm was a terrible thing. When I was 12 years old, the allergist recommended to my parents that I spend 6 weeks in Schwab Rehab Hospital on the south side of Chicago. And if you know anything about that, you know that that's not exactly a good area. I grew up in a small town of 850 people. My graduating class was 28. And I was then put in a rehab hospital with razor wire on the top of the fence around the solarium. And I was scared to death. I was literally scared to death, not only to breathe, but to interact. And what happened in 6 weeks was that I had the opportunity, not only did people take care of my asthma and teach me to breathe differently, but they touched me in a way that made me determined that I wanted to be part of that type of career. I wanted a career where I could make a difference. And as a young man that was relatively intelligent, I was told, you ought to be a doctor. You ought to be a doctor. So I did do my undergrad work in pre-med, and then decided that the call wasn't exactly, and the lifestyle wasn't exactly what I had in mind for a balanced life. So I went to health administration. But the lessons from asthma truly changed my life. I believe that asthma and lung disease teaches you things that are critical to be successful in life. Determination, stubbornness, resourcefulness, the ability to control your body's reaction when the world around you is crashing and you can't take a breath. I believe it makes you intentional and focused and strong. And those are things I personally learned from people like you. So today, from a personal perspective, I want to thank you for the difference you all have made in my life, because I know that that is the same difference you made in the lives of every patient that you touch. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for making a difference. And thank you for the impact you've had on my life.
I really appreciate hearing that story. I appreciate you being able to share all of your experience you've had. I think that really touches on why we all gathered here today. So next, I'm going to introduce Caleb Cobell, Director of the Indiana Cancer Consortium. He's going to tell us a little bit about this coalition and how you can be involved.
Well, I want to thank everybody for having me here today, and especially the Lung Association and Rose. And I think Rose deserves a round of applause from the Lung Association. I know how hard you are to put on, and you've done a wonderful job. And I also thank her for giving me 5 minutes today to talk to you all. I asked her 5 minutes to talk to you, and she said, "Kid, fine, you can get 5 minutes on stage at lunch. How about that?" I said, "That's great." And I said, "I can do 5, 10 minutes, no problem." She said, "No, 5 minutes, Caleb." I said, 8 minutes, sounds good, I can do 8 minutes. And she said, "Caleb, 5 minutes, please." I said, 6.5 minutes, no problem, 6.5 minutes, I can get it done in 6.5 minutes. But I found out that Mr. Goldblum got 3 minutes, and I got 5 minutes, so maybe my negotiating skills. So really all I want to do today is talk to you really briefly and really quickly about the Indiana Cancer Consortium, which is our statewide comprehensive cancer control coalition here in Indiana. And to start out, I really just kind of want to tell you what comprehensive cancer control is and what we define that as. Comprehensive cancer control is really the process through which communities and partner organizations can pool their resources and reduce the burden of cancer. It's events like this where everybody comes together to have discussion